We've heard a lot about the need for new, younger leaders in the GOP. Now let's hear from someone who's hoping to become one of them. He just released a fire ad today. His name is Billy Prempeh from New Jersey. I want to show you a little bit of the ad right now.
Bill Pascrell doesn't care about black or brown lives. He himself is too afraid to walk streets like this. He hides in his basement just like Joe Biden, while our brothers and sisters are killed regularly on streets just like this one. When he's not hiding, he's in D.C. voting with Nancy Pelosi 97% of the time to destroy places like Patterson. He's working hard to defund our police, and he's pushing socialist and communist policies on our already struggling economy. I will not let Bill Pascrell destroy our community any longer, because 40 years of control in Patterson is long enough. It's time for term limits. Let's retire Bill Pascrell.
All right, Billy Prempeh joins us now. Hey, Billy, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Benny. It's great to be on the show with you.
All right, well, thanks for coming on. That ad is lighting up the internet. Tell me a little bit about it and why you're running for Congress.
Well, just like everything inside that video that I said, I'm sick and tired of seeing my community get destroyed. I'm sick of the direction that the 9th District has gone in. One thing that's been consistent, no matter who's mayor or who's in charge of which county, we've had the same exact the same exact congressperson, Bill Pascrell. He's been there for well over 40 years in control of my city, Patterson, which has not been in a good shape. It's been going downhill ever since he's been in control. And it's the problems that are happening inside of the 9th District, I see it spreading all across the state. And the ideas that he's putting forward, they no longer represent our generation, especially mine. I'm a young guy. I'm 31 years old, and I decided to get involved in this race in 2020. And I came out, and I did far better than a lot of people would have expected. And the reason why I believe that is because we need new ideas. We need real leadership. We need people that are actually going to listen to the community. He doesn't come outside, like I said in that video. He says he's from Patterson. You don't see him in the community. You don't see him talking with the people. You don't see him doing anything that's going to help benefit the people. Instead, what he's done is he sold us the same big lie that traditional politicians always tell you. They're going to take from the rich and they're going to give to the poor. But he's not been doing any of that. While he tries to act like Robin Hood, at the end of the day, all he's been doing is robbing the hood. And I'm sick and tired of it. So I wanted to put my hat in the ring and actually put this guy in his place and do what's right for our community. We need real change. And the community, they're suffering from it. You go out and you talk to the people inside of Patterson, for example. They're not satisfied with the direction our education is going in. They're not satisfied with the fact that most of us are getting pushed out of our community with overdevelopment and many other things that are screwing our community over. And someone's got to put an end to that. And I decided to throw myself in there and get in.
Robin the Hood, Billy. Okay. That's great. All right. So frankly, if you look at the slate of congressional candidates in the GOP, you certainly represent someone who, and a demographic of young people that seem to be taking over. You right now have heroes in Lauren Boebert, Madison Cawthorn, people that are younger that are shaking up the party, and you want to be one of them. What does this say? What does this say about the difference, the shift in demographics for the party and the energy in our movement?
Well, what it says is that, and this is what I really believe it is. For a long time, my generation, we didn't have to worry about taxes or buying houses. Most of us are just finishing college. Most of us are dealing with student loan debt right now. We're starting to get into the real world. And for the longest, we've always dealt with the older generation, the boomer generation, and we've left it all on their shoulders. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we have to pick up the pieces that are going to be left behind. And I don't see anybody stepping up to the plate to try and make a difference or do something different. And when I speak to people in my community, they like to say, I love the way you speak. I like the things you talk about. I like how you want to do better for the community, but I just wish there were more people just like me. And the truth is, they're all over the country. And my mission is to try and find as many of them as possible, motivate them and inspire them. Because at the end of the day, our government and our Constitution was designed for the people. It's created for the regular common man to get involved in their government and push it in the right direction, not the elites and not the bureaucrats. We choose the suit and tie guy all the time, and at the end of the day, they never really have our best interests. So I want to find people that truly represent their community, people that live through the situations, right?
If you get to Washington, D.C., and you become a member of Congress, what will you do?
Well, the very first thing that I'm going to do is put in place term limits. Term limits, or I would communicate and get as close with as many people as possible that are looking to push forward for term limits, because it's something that our country has needed for a very, very long time. And when we don't pay attention to politics, we allow people to go in there and get stale and fossilized and take up time. And what that does, that stagnates our country, that stagnates our communities, and we're the ones that suffer from all of it. It's time for us to change that, and we want to find others that are looking to do the same.
Billy, thank you so much. Good luck in your race.
Benny, thank you so much, brother. Thanks for having me on.